We are going to be talking about household support grants. Do you like this initiative? I think the same time 1 year ago, that was in June, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, his government proposed, I think, 8,000 naira per household, like a grant, a palliative per household for about 12 million Nigerians or vulnerable households in the country. And I think this started, even though there was a lot of, backlash and pushback from other people saying that would not really be enough, or it will not be a long-term solution for the problem. But from last year until this year of July, it has been, difficult, more difficult for Nigerians, for average families to feed and survive. Hence, of course, a meeting that was done by the NEC also now making push saying there will be another palliative for households, vulnerable homes in Nigeria. So now we want to, of course, hear from you about this. The government is saying that they're introducing another initiative to provide financial assistance to households in need. But here we want to know about you because we opened the phone line to hear from Nigerians about this, because these are things that affects you on a personal level, and of course you are part of the stakeholders in the growth of Nigeria. So hence the reason we want to hear from you about this. Do you think it is enough? Have you seen someone, or have you personally ever benefited from these grants? Do you think the initiative is a step in the right direction, or is there more work needed to be done? Share your thoughts, experience, and questions with us, of course. And now we will put the phone lines on your TV screen. We have two numbers. You can try reaching us from any of it. Let's hear your take on this conversation. Do not forget, please stay away from your TV set or turn down the volume if you're calling us. And as you're calling, let us know your name and where you're calling us from. Let's hear about this, your thoughts on this initiative. Should it be expanded or modified? Good morning, Yusuf from Kano. Good morning, Yusuf.
Yeah, good morning, ma. How is work?
Fine, thank you. It's good to have you this morning. So, do you like the initiative?
Yeah. My sister, there is no initiative that is working in Nigeria. Considering the number, even if they give it out, we all know the corruption issue of this country. And nobody knows how are they fishing out those people that deserve this initiative, this support, whatever they call it. And look at the amount. How much is the amount that they are going to give them? My sister is not working. Now, I could remember last month, the Minister of Information come out to tell Nigerians that that palliatives of 35,000 that the federal government has been giving to the federal government workers is continual process. When they see the label sit on their neck, they come out to tell Nigerians that that 35,000 naira palliatives is ongoing process, and it is till today, my sister, no single federal government worker that receive that 35,000 naira. I don't even know the reason why Labour withdraw their strike without forcing the government to pay the remaining 3 months that they did not pay.
Yeah, I mean, Yusuf, I would, before you continue, I want to correct you on that. There are some workers, especially in the FCT, that on a personal level, that have received the 35,000. So maybe not all organizations, and that should not be on the federal government, because I'm pretty sure they disperse that amount to people. So some people that I know received that money. All right, go ahead.
No, madam. If you have the power, you should use the power. Don't allow the power to use you. Who is the federal government? Mr. President. And I give directives on this is what I want to do. This is what I want you to do for me. You sit in one corner and sit on a huge amount like this to allow my workers, my citizens suffering, and I should pretend that I am not aware about it. My sister, please. If you have the power, that power. If anybody tests your capacity, you should prove him wrong. By the time you sack 1, 2, 3, other will take the rest. The former minister, they said they discovered some billions between the former minister and the... Okay, they recover it. Who is holding the money? My sister, if you have the power, even within the family level, use that power. Don't allow body to test your capacity.
So who should not allow somebody to take their capacity? The NLC?
No, what I'm saying, the president, you said we should know, if I heard you right, you said that the federal government is like they have already give out the money. Is somebody that holding the money somewhere?
Yeah, for 35,000 naira. Of course, the one for workers.
Yes, for the federal government workers.
Yes.
That is why I'm telling you, if I'm the president and I can agree to give 35,000 naira to Nigerians, to the federal government workers, and you, minister, director, permanent secretary, whatever position you are holding, and you refuse to pay, what are you doing? You are testing my capacity as a president. Then I will prove you wrong. Sure, you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do, yes, sir.
So you cannot assume with me and I should allow you to go free. I give you directive, then my directive should be given consideration immediately without wasting time.
Of course. So you don't agree with this initiative at all? You don't agree that the federal government should give household, some kind of palliative?
No, have is better than none. The situation in Nigeria, even if now 5 naira now you share to people, some people will get it and use it. No matter how the little of the money. My concern and my problem here is that how they select these people. Are they going to give to everybody? No. They are going to select some people and give this money to. And how many are they? And how they select them? If they can hold 35,000 naira for federal government workers, how sure are you that these ordinary citizens, that some of them, they don't even know how to come out and complain about the money? That is what
I get your question. About.
So that is my problem, the corruption issue.
Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you very much. That is my take.
You did amazing contribution. I appreciate you on that one. Yes, first of all, you also pointed out that the president should hold all these people accountable, hence the reason why he was voted into office. He is like the overseer of the country. So if someone is not doing their job properly, they should be held accountable. I remember saying to somebody, NLC, even also saying the governors are lawbreakers for not able to pay or for not paying, the previously agreed minimum wage of the 30,000 naira. So that is you breaking the law, because it has been agreed that it would be a general minimum wage. And in other developed countries, anybody that, after an agreement like this, it has been passed, it's in the constitution. Anybody that does not keep to that, of course, is supposed to pay dearly for, what they did. But it seems in Nigeria, people are getting away with not doing what is right. And he also pointed out corruption, which is the fear of the unknown. There is no data. I know there were certain times we had people, experts here, involved in some kind of palliative movement, and there is no data plan used to fish out, who is who and who deserves this money. Good morning. Good morning.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Your name and location?
I remain Comrade Ilyasu Ahmed. I'm calling from Taraba.
Oh, it's good to have you from Taraba State. So what is your take? Please speak up. Let's hear you better. What do you think about the initiative?
I think this issue of household initiative, I think it can't help anything in the problem we're facing in this nation, actually. Because, you see, let me take my own state, for instance. This issue of a minimum wage of a thing, I think is one of the things that is expected to be looking upon. Because, you see, in so many states in Nigeria, they do depend, the market determines how salary is being paid to the workers. Anytime the salary is being paid, sometimes you see some things, some commodities in the market even going up because they knew that money will be in circulation. And you see, issue of giving people money, okay, now the question is, if they are giving out the grants, how are they going to give it to the masses? For example, now, somebody like me, I live in a city, let me say I live in Jalingo local government here. I can be in contact with anything that is coming out. Then how about those Nigerians that are living in a bush? How about those Nigerians that are living in mountains that cannot even reach where to even apply for it? And do you think the government can take that responsibility of sending people to the villages and order rock and crowning to register for the grants? This is not fair. I think, but you see, I'm one of the beneficiaries of the grants during Buhari administration. But actually, let me tell you what happens. I collected this money. I know the money is a grant, but it has helped me in no way. Now, let's take, for instance, we are buying rice at the rate of 3,000, 3,200 to 3,500 per mood. You are giving somebody maybe 20,000, 30,000. Even if it is 35,000, what is 35,000? Somebody is having 30 children. Some people are having 10, 6, 5. Now, let me tell you, my sister, maybe you live in Abuja, you didn't know how people are suffering in this country. Somebody to feed his family with just only 3 children, including him and the wife that is making 5, you must have to spend at least 5,000 naira. And I know even you sitting here, you are not earning more than 10,000 in a month or 15,000. But how? I don't know. Maybe let me just put it this way so that I cannot use some insulting word, because you know, an angry man can speak.
No, of course, somehow. I understand.
But the last thing I would have to say is that Hadia, this issue of initiative, it is not supportive to the Nigerians. I'm talking about what so many people are going to say, because now you have had the callers, almost the first, the second, and even any sensible person will not support this kind of a thing, because it happens so many times. It's not helping anything. Something that cannot buy you a 3 mudu of rice, and in some other houses you can eat the 3 mudus in a day.
Yeah. I understand. Interesting one there. Thank you so much for calling. I don't know if he was done with his take, but I appreciate you for calling and sharing that take. Of course, there is no money that the federal government will be able to give a household that would cushion, that effect of, the change of economy, the expensive, the food prices soaring and all of that. But the federal government is saying we want to at least do this. So hence the reason why we want to hear from you about this situation. Let's pick a call from Ade. Good morning, Ade from London.
Good morning, my sister. How are you today?
Fine, thank you. It's good to, talk to you again. So what do you think about this household initiative, the grants given to households?
The federal government has a very good plan for the citizens, but they are operating in a bad way, very wrong way. What my advice to the federal government is this: open a food bank in every local government. Let them have the food bank. And what that entails is that in that food bank, ordinary people from that local government will go there. For example, if a bag of rice is 70,000, in that food bank they will buy it like 30,000. So it will be sold directly to the people who need it. And those in local government, they know who need it. So nobody can come there without in that environment, because they know each other and the information will go around. So if, for example, if a household, somebody doesn't have up to 30,000 and a bag is 30,000, they will join hands together, buy a bag of 50 kilo for 30,000 and share it. That's how to solve problem. Every local government, don't involve governors, because governors are too powerful. They won't succeed if they involve governors. They should do it directly and make sure every civil society member in that local government are part of it, so that they can oversee it. So they should crash the food price to those common people who need the food. So food banks should be in every local government. That's how to solve the problem. In UK, it's local government that directly send money to poor people, common people who need it, because they know you. They know where you are. They can really assess you. You understand? Yeah. It's not the central government. The central government deal with the local government deal with the people. So in Nigeria, they should do it. There are food banks. All the money they are giving to governor now, where is it? So the palliative will not be run through the governor or through the ministry of something. They should go straight to the local government. That will solve the problem. Local government will get to the rural area and take the food data. Okay, come and buy yam for 100 naira. Government has crashed the price for the common people. They know when a big man comes, Even big man will not come there to buy because they will stone him, because they know them. So that is how to solve it.
Okay.
People are suffering, they need food.
Indeed.
So government should think twice about taking this their plan before they implement it. They should go to the rural place. That's my view and my advice to federal government.
Thank you so much,
God bless
Ade.
Nigeria. God
Amen.
bless.
Amen. Thank you so much, Ade, for that suggestion. A great one. Honestly, we just need to open the phone line to hear Nigerians, share in amazing ideas that could, put the country in a bigger map, in a greater space. So yes, we know that the federal government is still in court with the governors on, the autonomy and federal allocation to states. So far we don't know how the outcome is going to be, but we hope we get to a place where local government would have some sort of autonomy, and because they are the ones that can reach the people. Now, the difficulty of grants also is the fact that people are not able to, the government are not able to reach the necessary benefactors, the needed benefactors for this. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, your name and where you're calling us from.
My name is Ebony Victor. I'm calling from Okari.
From Kano State. All right. Oh, from Okari, Taraba. All right. Go ahead.
Yes. The last speaker, I love what the idea he brought. And then, if I want to add, I will then say what somebody once said by saying, if NEPA or any other how do I put it now, wants to get you, they get you with their bills and local government, anything, they can get your home. But when it comes to these initiatives, you don't see it. To access it is very difficult. And when you want to even access it, they give it to the higher mighty, and the ones on at the low levels as they scrabble for crumbs. So let them use how the same initiative, same idea, how NEPA people get to your house with their bills and they can never miss your house. Let those palliatives go around like that. That's number one. Those palliative ideas are good, but to me, you are attacking the problem from the top and not from the roots. From the roots, farmers, there's going to be, I'm not saying there's going to be a food crisis, but I'm saying there might be a food crisis because farmers are being attacked in their farms. Why not attack the issue of security? Let farmers be safe in their farms so that there can be food. Apart from the one the government will give, food can be surplus. If farmers are not producing, there will be food crisis. That one, there's no two ways to it. Yes, you see. So there should be security for farmers. There should be very serious security for farmers. I'm not a farmer, but everybody knows what's going on in this country. If by now, if farmers are not secure, I'm telling you that there's going to be a very serious food crisis next year. I don't pray for that, but that's the truth.
Yeah, indeed. We don't pray for it. Thank you so much for your take and suggestions, which is one, say Nigeria at this point don't really need the palliative because the implementation tends to be a problem and it doesn't necessarily reach the intended benefactors. But then secondly, there should also be measures, strong measures being taken on securing the country, the nation at large. That way farmers can be able to produce more, because agricultural experts have called on the fact that security is the major problem of food crisis, and if at all it is curtailed, then would have surplus, because Nigeria is an agro state, so we will be able to have surplus of food to consume and also export, which is not only solving our food crisis, but it also deals with the exportation, takes us to a higher level in the global market, which will automatically affect or grant the naira to rise up to have some value. So it's like one solution, one problem tackled, which is the insecurity, will lead to tons of solutions, for the country. So yes, of course, insecurity is one bad thing that we're facing, and it's really disheartening when we thought that we're way past that incessant attacks, all of a sudden there is the bombing in Borno and also the raiding of houses in Abuja, the nation's capital. So, yeah, that's a great, initiative. The most good thing about this is we know that we have, stakeholders watching us talking about this situation. So it's good for Nigerians to call and share their take on all of this. So implementation of the grant has always been an issue and fear for Nigerians of how they do. All right, I think we have a caller from Enugu. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I didn't quite get your name. Esoro?
I'm Franklin.
Oh, Franklin. All right.
From Misuzo in Enugu State.
Oh, it's good to have you from Enugu. Go ahead.
You're welcome. Thank you. For your program morning, you are doing great. I like that.
Thank you.
The issue of this palliative from federal government is real, but it's not going in the right direction. So, this grant of 18, giving somebody a grant of 50,000 naira, 30,000 naira, what can the person start up with it? The answer is nothing. It's just like throwing a cup of water into an ocean. It doesn't make meaning. So, what the federal government should do, they should go into control of food price. Once the food is available for the people and there is security, Nigerians are peace-loving and strong people. They can only survive in every situation. They have a way of doing their own things, farming, doing their business, their egalitarian type, making things work for themselves and still work again for the country. What is the problem of this country is that we all channel our brain, channeled our attention in oil. We left agriculture that was the brain behind what Awolowo and Co, Zeke and rest of them did in the early 60s that give birth to UNN, Nsukka, and so many other places in Nigeria. Every person is thinking of going to Abuja, being a senator, being a minister, whereas your grandmom, your relatives are being killed, slaughtered like fowl in the villages. So it will not help us. Let us think on how to be one Nigeria or what to do to better people. The idea of the man that said this food should be moved to the local government, is that...
Oh, do we still have that caller? Right, I think we lost Francis. Was it Francis or Franklin? Thank you so much for calling us to share your take on this matter. Major thing, of course, people now are pushing for there should be some kind of price control. This has been a push for the longest time from even civil societies, saying government should have a hold of a bit of control on the price settings in commodities in the country. But something seems to be holding them back. And people, all right, let's pick this call from Port Harcourt. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my sister.
Yes, it's good to
I
have
am a Kodike calling from Port Harcourt.
Oh, it's good to have you.
I don't personally support anything palliative because it will go around. Some people don't have account number. They don't know what is account. How did it get to them? Look at people should think outside the box. I think they are just wanted to reduce it to help politicians and their promise. Look at what is happening. Federal government went to ban importation of rice. When we cannot produce rice that can feed 4 states, why not go into the canal farming? 5 American farmers can feed Nigeria conveniently. We have land, mass land. The idea of putting money inside people's pocket does not control inflation. What we will do, use our mass empty land to produce food. People will work there. That's giving money to people and giving them fertilizer. Who told them that giving people fertilizer can produce food? Go into mass farming. Get international farmers. Bring them here. Tell them this is what we want. Before 2 years, we will get good cows, we'll get good rice, we'll get many food pieces. Nigerians will start and we will clapping for this government. This putting money inside people's pockets, like what Labour is doing, cannot control inflation. This is my contribution this morning. God bless you, my sister.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you from Port Harcourt on that take. I mean, I was opportune to have a one-on-one discussion with someone in agriculture, specifically animal agriculture, and we spoke about, you know, things that needs to be done to bring technology into agriculture to move the country forward. But then even with the technology, there are certain things that is being done in agriculture that is not really healthy to our health. So there are things that could immensely we could use to create other species of, say, rice and all of that. But things like that end up, you know, causing hazard to the health. So experts need to sit down, of course, to dissect this situation on how to progress. Palliative is really great sometimes, but Nigerians are saying we don't want the handout. We prefer a general solution to this. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, your name and where you're calling us from.
Okay, I'm Prince Will from Imo State.
From Imo State?
Yes.
Oh, it's good to have you close. Go ahead. Are you still with us?
Yeah, are you hearing me?
Yeah, go ahead.
Please, I thank you people for the good work you are doing in the media. But I think that idea of family support is not the best. To the best of my knowledge, I think something like fish feed can be subsidized so that when the price comes low, then the fishes in the market will be very cheap. And everybody, every Nigerian, you know, eats fish. Again, the bill of NEPA can also be cancelled because every household uses NEPA. If it is cancelled, it's also a sort of support. And that is my take.
All right, thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
I appreciate you on that one. So basically, he's suggesting other palliative means, not by giving money, but by removing some sort of subsidy, you know, for things that would benefit everyone. But then the fear always is, you know, this grant not reaching people. Yeah, we know most of this grant has been given through bank accounts, but you and I know there are places in Nigeria that most people in that community do not have bank accounts, and these are the people in dire need. These are the people facing the insecurity most, because insecurity is just recently that is really coming back to the cities, but it has been persistent in the rural areas. So these people don't have this means. So how literally are we going to serve 100,000 households you know, to give them some kind of cushion, you know, things that would assist the household. We hope, of course, we get to find a better solutions towards this. But of course, this is the much we can take. The phone call. I appreciate everyone that called in. People that were not able to reach us, appreciate. Do not forget, of course, tomorrow we're going to open the phone line and something really important.